Wahine toa indeed. As Australia stand firm, New Zealand will now form a huddle. The team is going to take a moment to acknowledge the passing of a few members of their wider whānau and community in recent times. And this their acknowledgement to those people. And Sarah, now as these teams get ready, bringing down the emotion for the Black Ferns. You can feel that around the stadium at the moment.
Yeah, to be able to watch that haka, I got tingles down the back of my spine. Tiata Kura, TK, it was an amazing person leading that haka, and then also Aroha Savage, her 30th Test match. What an honour.
Ian Tempest, our referee from England, assisted by Tim Baker and Rebecca Mahoney.
No, it wasn't. It says you are.
Lee Jeffrey is the TMO. And we are set to go in Test 2 between the Black Ferns and Wallaroos.
Wait for the whistle, please. Time on.
Kobe Jane Morgan begins the test for Australia into what looks a bit of a stiff breeze. Nicely taken down right from the start by New Zealand. Wiiata goes into play halfback, and Savage with her first carry. It'll be the first of many from Aroha Savage in her 30th.
7, stop.
Kicking deep is Damon, and over the head. Nicely done, and going to get a good bounce as Wickliffe. Does she keep it? A no flag goes up.
The Black Ferns will be really happy with that start. Obviously gaining momentum by their forwards, and then Demont doing a nice kick down into the corner, and by the 22 obviously set themselves up for a good play.
We spoke about the breeze there, Ricky. You're right, it is quite strong, favouring the Black Ferns, so that's a good start from Demont. Just plug in the corner. Awkward bounce for Australia. Need to be accurate here.
Wait for the ball, both teams, please. Nowhere near. Wait for the ball. Okay, let's go.
Patu, the skipper for Australia, with the throw. Tapped away a little bit untidy though for Morgan. She scurries back and regathers well, but the Black Ferns swarm in. Australia recycle nicely. Morgan directing her troops early on, looking for the runners. Ball in hand for Australia, and there's Elder in the mix. Clashing with Reardon, the Australian vice-captain, back in the side, and Australia look to kick early as well. Good. Still inside their own territory though, and the Black Ferns looking to break. Wickliffe, Saili, Wiiata, all there lining up. Well covered by Australia. Cox Edge looking to turn them around, and Waka's chasing. She's going to get a bounce here. Oh, heavy collision between Stacey Waka and Mahalia Murphy. Brave from both.
Tackle release.
Early possession for Australia, but deep inside their own territory.
Release. God.
Front rowers getting in early carries. Now they look to clear again. Pomare high this time. Oh, getting a huge amount of distance.
Cold off, please.
The Wallaroos line-out, they would have been a little bit disappointed with that one before. Obviously the Black Ferns putting a lot of pressure on like they did last weekend, and if they're going to be wanting to dominate this match, they are going to have to do the same in this weekend.
Farmasili finds their target early, and that is Blackwell. And this was a dominant facet for New Zealand in that win last week. Pip Love's got it tucked in the back now. It goes to Cox Edge, Demont and Waka turning the ball inside. Nice tackle from Pomare around the legs of Stacey Waka. Quick recycling. Demont decides to take on the line and is dragged down by the Australian defence. Elder. Now the hair flowing. Aroha Savage stepping, and she's got the support from Smith. Again, big contact from Australia. The Black Ferns hard on attack. Flat ball nicely taken by McMenamin. Waka looking to get some space on the outside or get the feet moving, and that's what she does. Still going, Stacey Waka. Goes again, Waka. Just meters out now for the Black Ferns. They pile in. Itunu with the big strong carry. Is she there? She's inches short. And the referee's going to have a look with a lot of advice he's getting from the Australian pack.
Lee, can you hear me?
Well, this looked like it was on the line, Ricky, from the naked
got
eye.
the ball on the line, so
it wasn't a double movement. That's what the Wallaroos
please.
were complaining about.
Checking whether there's any reason why you cannot award the try.
9. That does not happen again.
What a play, though. How much momentum have the Black Ferns gotten in these last couple of minutes? The run by Aroha Savage, Stacey Waka, and then I hope that Itunu here gets a try because she deserves it.
Oh, their hands underneath.
Well, she's short initially, right there, she's short, but does the momentum carry over? Just that little second roll. There, I think there's a double movement, yeah?
This might be the best angle, Sarah.
If she's used her knees here, then it is double movement. That's the rule now if you're pushing off, and I think she has, which is pretty unfortunate for her.
Are you there, Ian?
Yeah, I'm here, Lee.
Okay, there is no reason why you cannot award with the try.
Thank you.
Oh, try's going to be given. They see no reason not to. Eldora Itunu, she was in doubt earlier in the week, scored last week, and Itunu in for New Zealand.
I am glad I was wrong. 3 minutes and 50-something seconds to score their first points. The Black Ferns will be very happy with that. Last weekend, it took them 11 minutes.
But here it is, here as you said, it was Savage firstly that took the hit up, then it was backed up by Charmaine McMenamin with a nice ball. It finished off by Eldora Itunu, her first ever test try. Congratulations, young lady.
Cox Edge and an acute angle. That breezes behind it, coming across. Oh, it struck it well, hit the post. And it is the Black Ferns with the first try of the test match. Eldora Itunu puts New Zealand 5-0 up.
Well, I think it's the intent physically by the Black Ferns, already laying down the marker. They're playing well, turning the Wallaroos around, and the big runs are coming from the big players. Savage especially. She's been brutal.
Stay behind, please. Goal. Goal.
The Wallaroos have struggled to get out of their own territory in the early stages of this test match. Morgan looks to punch it down into that wind, goes long for Cox Edge, straight into her 22. She'll look for the sideline and peel off a good 40-odd metres, Kendra Cocksedge.
Great option by Kendra there. She's seen she was in the 22. If she was going to get ground for them, then she was going to have to nail it. Obviously using the wind like she does.
Well, for me, the Wallaroos can't go to one of the best playmakers in women's rugby in Kendra Cocksedge. They have to take the ball out of her hands some way, somehow. They have to be more aware here. You can see already confusion at the line-out time. They've had one bad one where I think it was Blackwell getting up and competing. Need some ball, the Wallaroos.
Ready to contest again, but this time Patu's on the mark and nicely taken down. Here is some ball for the Wallaroos with a good little inside ball. Traherne busting tackle, she's got player outside it, and Luffy, has she got the pace? The ball just falls at the toe of Carter. Australia retaining possession through O'Neill. What a bust from Sam Traherne. Big carry now from Clough. Looking at get inside the New Zealand 22. First bit of territory, first bit of possession. Reardon's brought down in a good tackle, and it's going to fall for New Zealand. It'd be banged away with nobody back, chasing back for Australia. Swarming in now. Pomare. Traherne made the initial bust, and here's danger. Murphy tries to get away from Waka and Falmasili, can't do so.
Feet, no.
Good, quick, short ball, Millwood with the carry. New Zealand blowing in, trying to disrupt this. But Morgan, again, goes to boot. Oh, and a fumble it was from Savage, and the knock-on called. Great passage of play for the Wallaroos, and look how pumped they are.
What a break, what a move off of that set piece. To be able to gain some metres like that, I just think they didn't hold the ball as well as what they should have. Great ball by Reardon there. Obviously, again, another offload out to Alafai, but same again, just a couple of handling errors that have let them down. They should have scored there, and that would have made the game so much more exciting.
Gossy, that's old school. That's a blindside winger 0-2. I love it. Clean break. That's mean.
Crouch!
Sam Traherne, she's had to shift out to the wing to accommodate Mahalia Murphy at fullback,
Fine.
but doesn't look like things are too bad for her
Set.
there either. Morgan with the feed. Scrum goes to ground, and Australia with a bit between the teeth. Carter brought down by Demant. Now this back line again. Pomare hooving back into traffic, and somehow Clough holds on, does well. New Zealand very messy in there and forced just a little knock on. There were feet and hands all over the place. It looks like Pip Love might have come through for New Zealand.
If you watch the Black Ferns here, they're all around the ruck, they're all organised, but also looking forward, and the amount of forwards that have tried to turn over at the rucks there is really important, and I think that you're going to see that a lot throughout the game.
Crouch! Bind!
Cox Edge to feed. 15 metres inside Black Ferns territory. Good response though from Australia after the early try to Itunu. Savage off the back. Already making strong carries, Aroha Savage. Just like she did last week, and again Cox Edge looking to turn around the Australian defensive line. She's got it on a string at the moment, Cox Edge.
Just a vision to see space, to use the space, and also in these conditions to use the wind is massive for the Black Ferns, and they've got another line. The Wallaroos have got another line out just outside their 22. It's going to be interesting to see if they can get metres back down into their own territory.
Oh, they're taking their time with each line out. Clough has been the target. This time they go to the middle. Good ball off the top for the Wallaroos, and they're going to keep it in hand and try and get Murphy involved, but she can't handle, and Saili might be able to break here. Alina Saili, the teenager from Southland, one of the brightest players in the game, but she's well wrapped up. Demant and Blackwell hit by Clough. Cox Edge and Demant, and a big wide ball to Wickliffe, and a big wide forward ball to Wickliffe, but referee was playing advantage.
Well, that's what the Ferns are trying to create. They pin the Wallaroos in their corner, wait for the mistake. It came with the knock on, and then the way they were able to switch from defence into attack straight away was unreal.
Any thought to the post? No, not even looking at them. Black Ferns trying to rock Australia back again. Big hard carry once more. Itunu, she's got a nose for the try line, that woman. Another strong run. The New Zealand forwards piling in, and Love's got it, and Love's got it down. Pip Love is in for New Zealand. The two front rowers on the scoreboard early, but it was powerful, strong running from the entire forward pack, and Pip Love scores her try.
Oh, Pip Love, obviously a dominant figure in that test last weekend, but the way that these forwards are owning this game, they are dominating the Wallaroos set piece and forward pack, and it was amazing to see that Kendra has the vision to also to quick tap, and then they obviously score just beside the post there.
Well, this lady's had a tough time of these. The motion comes. She's been injured for a long time, worked her way back into this Black Ferns outfit starting tonight and gets her awards already.
Cox Edge missed from wide off the post with the first one. No mistake, second time round. And the Black Ferns go 12-0 up after 12 minutes at Eden Park.
Remember, this come on the back of a mistake from the Wallaroos deep in their own half. I think it was Murphy that knocked it on. The Black Ferns tried to spread it wide. They got the penalty in the middle of the post and then just rumbled. And until the Wallaroos can stop that, I'm sure the Black Ferns will just keep going there time and time again.
Morgan again to restart. Physically dominated at the moment, Australia, but certainly showed what they can do. Down in midfield and nicely brought down by Smith, Charmaine Smith.
Tackle release!
Oh, every forward's been in the thick of it, but it's been ripped away by Patu, and she's tried to, and has got it out to Traherne. Ripped the other way now. And Mondle just hack it downfield. It's not gone all that far, just the side of halfway. Australia might look to break, instead straight up the middle. Chancellor, and it was Pomare spinning out of one and then had Blackwell up over the top of her. They work right once more, and there goes Hamilton, powerful runner. She was good for them last week, Grace Hamilton. Morgan, short ball, keeping it in tight, Clough. Morgan again, now Robinson, and here's Reardon into the line with players outside it. Another good carry from Millwood up inside the 22. Couldn't release Traherne on her left though. Patu, who started it all. Good ball retention here from Australia forwards, again keeping it in nice and tight. Making their way up to the 22 once more. Lafay's just lost her footing. There's a bit of rain here earlier. Here's Murphy looking at Waka taking them on. Carter cuts back on the angle. Lafay again, her second carry in this movement. Clough heavily involved. Tackled by Savage.
Knock on. High tackle.
And they'll go back for a high tackle.
I think Black Ferns a little bit hard done by when the play was actually turned over. Charmaine's knee was on the ground. It means that you have to release, but obviously the ref carried the play on, and the Wallaroos have made some really good meters. Holding on to the ball will set them in good play to convert opportunities.
A great continuity by the Wallaroos here. They go to the line out, set up their own set drive here. Went to the 5-man last time. They had to throw in deep in their own territory. They go full.
New Zealand on the line. Not across. Let them land as well. Let them land. Same front yours.
Ambling their way to the line out. Walaroos have taken their time, and now they set and move. New Zealand don't contest. Australia trying to play New Zealand their own game. Not making much progress though at the moment. Patu's got it tucked in the back. Elder's trying to rip in underneath her. Good carry from Patu. 3 metres out now, the Wallaroos.
4 goal, leave it.
And all the forwards want part of the action. Horomia. New Zealand's defensive line as well set.
Come off.
But Australia maintaining that position and continuity. Patu spun round the wrong way. Morgan now looks to release the back line. Stepping is Pomare. Pomare's over. Fabulous try, Australia. Patient build-up. And Trileen Pomare scores her first test try.
Great effort by Pomare there to cut back on the inside. The Black Ferns were coming up hard on the outside, and the strength to roll over and score that try was amazing. She's pretty fired up now. Obviously, she's got her team on the board. She's 12-5 up, and obviously for them to be able to hold on to the ball is going to be important, and they have shown that they can create opportunities and now have converted it.
What I like about Pomare, she challenges the line. She's very strong, as you can see there. She goes over amongst three would-be defenders from the Black Ferns, but just showing what they can do when they get go forward ball, the Wallaroos. Well done.
Well, at a critical time, they hadn't had a heap of ball or territory and had been under the pump. A great response for Pomare. There's Emily Robinson, and who doesn't love a goal-kicking prop? She's pushed it, though, from relatively close in front. Emily Robinson can't add the extras, but Australia on the board through Pomare, 12-5 New Zealand. Australia fighting back after conceding tries, 2 early tries to New Zealand. As DeMont sends it long into the Australian 22, brought down by Reardon. Hasn't she added some steel in midfield as she gets rid of Fa'amasili. McMenamin just gone over the shoulder, but play on is the call. Well drilled, this Australian team, and hitting the line hard. Hamilton it was again. It was impressive. Loose trio for Australia. Carter's been heavily involved from the wing. Oh, Fa'amasili's blown in over the top there, and now the Ferns forwards try to get in there as well. Elder can't get her hands on the ball. Yes, she can. Does enough, Les Elder, to cause the error from Australia.
That's what Les Elder does to you. She did that last weekend. She makes good turnovers, but obviously she knows when to attack the pill and she knows when to leave it alone. Massive turning point for that, obviously, now that they've just been scored on.
Well, it's obviously something the Black Ferns are really identified, attacking that breakdown. You see their Fa'amasili first, and they come in second. Good work again by the second row. Charmaine Smith doing some yards there. And there, as you said, Cap, there's the turnover from Elder.
Crouch. Bind.
Crowd coming in here to Eden Park. It's double-header night. Special night at this famous ground as Cox Edge sets her back line away once more. Waka turning inside again. Oh, picked up over the top, but from a rather incorrect position. O'Neill. Cox Edge not even again thinking about kicking for goal, straight for the sideline.
Well, they scored 3 tries last week from rolling more, so I'm sure that they're going to be trying to look to do the same up front against this Wallaroos team.
We're just using Stacey Walker as a setup in the midfield, aren't they? You'll see there's the 1-3 cut and they're looking to roll off there. Unfortunately, not clean ball, but the indiscretion at the breakdown from the Wallaroos. Got to find a stop here. The woman on the right.
Just outside the 22, Fa'amasili with the throw, and she finds Smith in the middle. And now Fa'amasili, hat-trick last week. Hat-trick Hungus last week, as she's become known. Savage has it in the back, and New Zealand getting those feet moving, more rolling. Referee was playing advantage though. Penalties against the Australians as they try to stop this powerful New Zealand pack.
Smart play there by Millwood though, obviously to come over. She knew that she was in the middle of that maul. She had the continuity to pick the ball up, and just unfortunate that the Black Ferns were under advantage.
It's been very solid, haven't they? Charmaine Smith up nice and nice, sets it up well. Fa'amasili comes in, good technique there. See the penalty advantage is out, so they always knew that the Black Ferns, it's going to be even tougher to stop closer to the line here.
Well, they've gained another 7 or 8 metres from the last throw. This time it's Elder towards the back. She stops and waits and goes to Cox Edge. Now Savage, she's been taken high. Referee playing advantage for that. Wide they go to Saley.
Advantage playing the 9.
And another
New
advantage. Penalties, ill-discipline at the moment against Australia. Playing the halfback, Itunu.
New advantage, tackling, not moving.
Third advantage in a row. I feel there might be a double blast if there isn't a try at the very least. Smith. Organised New Zealand line. And there, short, is it? No, over. Well, it looked as if it was Savage in the back, but they dished off elsewhere. Who's going to come up with it? Is it Eloise Blackwell? Is it? Oh, of course. Is it Falmasili? No, it looks like it might be Blackwell's try.
Okay, thank you.
Black Ferns lock, Eloise Blackwell. And that is a forwards try if ever there was one.
Forwards dominating in this match. They talk about obviously the Black Ferns having outstanding backs and them scoring most of the tries, but I think the forwards are taking over.
See Blackwell, the engagement before was actually on her knees, gets back into play, gets up. Watch your hair just come second, and that nice short ball, uses the good leg drive and body position. I think I can hear Sarah Goss smiling even up from up top.
I can see it. Oh, Eloise Blackwell.
And kia ora, finish with the hongi.
She played 80 minutes last week, 34 tests, and that's her 4th test try. Mainstay of that pack. And you had the feeling that it was going to come Australia giving away penalties. Cox Edge almost from the same position as where she hit one off the post earlier. This time it's gone. Oh, it sneaked over. I thought it had gone the other way. They were late to put the flag up. What a kick from Kendra Cocksedge. New Zealand take control. 19 points to 5 after 23 minutes.
Just that nice little variation, the angle on the run. Made the difference from Eloise Blackwell. 3 tries to the forward. Stop it.
Morgan again, and again down to Charmaine Smith, and the forwards lining up again. Itunu carving off meters. Cocksedge goes quickly and goes herself. Middle flick ball, fabulous hands. Oh, Elder can't quite hold on. They'd set them away down the right. It was lightning quick from Cocksedge.
Knock on called, scrum.
Smart play here by Kendra Cocksedge. Obviously looked to use the dummy. The Wallaroos were coming up on the outside, gained a couple of metres and then offloaded to Aroha Savage. Les will be gutted with that, obviously dropping that ball, but the Black Ferns, when they need to do quick hands, they are very, very dominant.
Crouch! Bind!
Australia have looked dangerous when they've been able to get the likes of Reardon and Traherne into things, but that's a big shove from the New Zealand aid. A huge scrum from the Black Ferns.
The girls are pumped. Look at them all, obviously high-fiving all the front row because that's their job. They have done it, and then now the Black Ferns have the ball again.
I think that was the first scrum by memory, wasn't it, of the match, and sending the message there. The Black Ferns, a set piece, wobbly to say the least from the Wallaroos.
Cox Edge just bangs them down deep into Australian territory again. Here it is once more.
Look at that power just go on from the woman and the left, all in unison. Very tough to stop. And you're right, Goss, you can tell from sideline the intensity's there from the Black Ferns. They spoke about polish. They made a lot of breaks last week. This week, I'm sure they're determined to finish them off.
McMenamin goes high, off to Cox Edge quickly. Here's Savage, who's caused the Australian defence all sorts of problem every time she's had ball in hand. Lining up the forwards, Blackwell and McMenamin. Now away for the backs to play. Fitzpatrick ball over the top to Saeli. She's got Wiiata inside her. Salika Wiiata, we've barely seen her. Dumped on her back, Wiiata. Able to recycle though. Into the side, the Wallabies 22. Blackwell down in back play. Savage goes again. She is savage at the moment. Demont. Here's Fitzpatrick. Change of tactics from Fitzpatrick. Wickliffe chasing hard. She's quick. Morgan is never getting past Fa'amasili from there. What a chase. What a leader for old Fa'amasili.
22. In goal by Black. Grounded by.
What a hit by Fee. That's
22.
smart play to keep coming forward, keep
22,
putting pressure
taken in goal
on,
by
and
Black,
obviously now
grounded by
Morgan
goal,
down into the dead ball line.
We've got to give it to Morgan. She's a tough kid, taking on one-on-one, but the doorstop. Get this beautiful technique. Oh, ouch.
Oh, you could see her bracing herself. The option to run it out, though. Look like they might get away with it here. Australia
Not
still
now,
under
Black.
pressure. Change of tactic from
Knock on by Black.
Fitzpatrick.
Advantage knock on.
Referee playing advantage for the knock-on. Carter. Rather, Lafayette is. Ferns try to blow over again, the Black Ferns, but Morgan's tidied up at the back.
That's now advantage over for knock on.
Murphy trying to get herself involved. That previous play, I think it's the first time we've seen Salika Wiiata. Just hasn't gone her way yet. I'm sure it will. Black Ferns moving bodies at the ruck. Now Australia through Hamilton. Another good run from Grace Hamilton, the number 8. Robinson.
Tackle!
Nearing halfway, the Wallaroos. Trying to wrap around play.
Offside. Number?
Referee again playing advantage.
Sorry, what number? Backline offside, there's 4 of you.
That's why he didn't have a number.
I'll tell you what, they look good when they hold the ball for multiple phases, the Wallaroos, creating
Okay,
some
there you go,
space on the
more.
outside, some heavy carries from the forwards. And they get some go-forward ball. The ball movement's actually very good.
They're using the width of the park too, KT. Obviously being able to just get it past that extra defender that the Black Ferns have coming at them has created space for them and opportunities.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if they didn't drop their ball, there was numbers and space on the outside. You're right there, Gossie, as the reserve bench will look on.
Thank you. Yeah, straight up, straight down.
Right on the 10-metre line. 10 metres inside New Zealand territory. Patu to throw. And that is blown off course. Handing the ball back to New Zealand.
Option. Black option.
Well, there's Patu looking at the assistant referee. Well, I'm pretty sure you got no argument there, Liz.
Take the line, please. Take the line, please.
I think she'll be blaming that one on the breeze that there is in the stadium at the moment.
Fa'amasili, no such problem at the moment. 4 from 4.
It's Meter.
Lost a couple last week. Generally pretty solid, and that's safe option at the front to Blackwell. And the forward pack go to work, but Australia's got him well here. Well organised, the Australian defence, and Cox Edge is trying to get the ball out of there. They're going backwards, and Savage, she runs 5 metres towards her own goal line and now gets away.
Leave it, no goal. Leave it, no goal. No. Thank
Morgan
you. Good
told
work.
to get out of there in no uncertain terms. Love. Cox Edge looks for the month. High it goes. A real chase from the New Zealand backline, and that's well taken down. Here's Murphy in open space, wrapped up by Fitzpatrick, and she's put Carter under pressure with the loose ball. Hamilton. It's been everywhere. Rather, it's Chancellor. Chancellor and Hamilton have been in everything for Australia, and that's gone out on the full. Another mistake. Little errors costing the Wallaroos.
The pressure by the Black Ferns here to be able to keep momentum, keep putting pressure on the Wallaroos has made them make a lot of mistakes, and it's harming that Wallaroos team if they can't hold on to the ball. And then obviously Morgan kicking that out, she won't be very happy with that.
Let's come in.
Great position to launch from here for New Zealand. Wiiata up on the line. Wickliffe standing very wide out on the right. Throw overcooked and a little knock on, sort of reprieve for Australia. And they'll go to the line. Oh, heavy contact, poor Murray. There's Hamilton again.
Move!
Hamilton makes a good 3 or 4 metres. Pomare with her second carry and a little flick ball out the outside for Chancellor. Chancellor scooting down the right, can't quite link up with Pomare. And New Zealand might try to break here if Elder can look out wide. Instead, she'll just go straight up the middle, and why not? Les Elder spills it though.
And it's a good steal, First Lady.
It was a steal, in fact, from Australia, so no knock on. Ball still with the Black Ferns. DeMunt heaves it up over the top. Wickliffe's got a little bit of space, and she'll try and get those fancy feet moving. Hasn't seen a lot of ball her way yet, Renee Wickliffe. Fa'amausili ready to hit it up hard. Black Ferns, 25 metres out with space. If McMenamin can get it off to Saili, one-on-one with Pomare. Cutting inside, Alina Saili, cutting through Alina Saili. Ball's gone backwards. And now a penalty, Australia.
On the floor, playing the ball. Time off.
Play her down. Rebecca Clough down there, but ball security a little bit lacking at times.
Yeah, great steal here by Teresa Fitzpatrick. Obviously known a lot more for the ball in hand, but to have midfielders that can turn the ball over, creates opportunities. Elena Saili here, what a great run. Obviously one of the next generation of players coming through this Black Ferns team. She'll be a little bit gutted with the handling error there, but she looks threatening.
Great scramble though from the Wallaroos, getting back desperation, exactly what they needed just to keep it within reach. And this girl has been huge so far, the vice captain for the Wallaroos. Rebecca Clough has been outstanding this first half.
8.5 minutes to go in the half. 19-5 tries to Itunu Love and Blackwell for New Zealand. Pomare for Australia. Australian options off the bench. Kitty Lingman. His mother used to coach the Wallaroos a few years back.
Five?
And Vanilla.
Okay,
Vanilla
gold,
Hake
time's going back on,
out
okay.
of Wellington.
Black, time's going back on. Time on, 5 black, playing the ball on the floor.
The Wallaroos, they need to get down into the Black Ferns territory. They need to keep hold of that ball and obviously create some more opportunities to try and score, because if they have the ball, if they keep gaining momentum, they are a quality team and they are going to be hard to stop, but they just haven't been able to hold on position like they need to.
Clough's up and about. Somehow looked in a world of pain, but she's still there. Looks like she's going to be the line-out option again. Slaps it down. Gap closed though, so free kick for Australia, and Morgan will try to go quickly. Good option from Morgan as Chancellor hits the ball line hard. She was such a standout last week.
Ball is clearly emerged.
But I think it's been stolen by New Zealand once more, and Cox Edge will turn the Australians around again, getting Saili to chase. Flat ball from Carter to Murphy.
Off feet now, off feet!
Australia recycling again. Just cannot get themselves down in New Zealand territory at the moment.
Release.
There's Elder while trying to make the tackle, also barking orders. It's a good run from Lafayette. And a penalty again against Australia.
They have a gold entry.
Fa'amausili taking a little knock, KT.
Yeah, just right in front of me here, just at that last breakdown. Just an awkward angle I think she got caught on. See, they're just touching her chest there. No way, she's coming off though.
Great run by Lafayette before, obviously, to be able to get around Les Elder. Les is a great defender and showed a little bit of gas. She didn't get that opportunity last weekend, so it is great to see her running.
And she's been prominent for Australia in this first 35 or so minutes.
Not straight, same as over
Not
there.
straight.
Same
the
as
other
over there,
way.
option. Not straight.
Rare
own
error
line.
from Fa'amausili at
Scrum
set piece.
15.
Just another mistake by the Black Ferns in a liner. They will be a little bit disappointed
That was
with
a not
that.
straight,
Obviously,
straight down
Wesley
your own line
Clark,
on the
the
outside.
forwards coach, will not be too happy,
Needs to be a bit better than
and
that,
we'll
mate.
be speaking to them about that at half-time.
Hey?
tell you what, if these Wallaroos are able to score before the half, they'll be all on. You can see they're very good at their set-piece play, but the last scrum, the Black Ferns really dominated, so they just need to get this in and out.
Bind.
Morgan to feed, 10 metres inside their own territory, the Wallaroos. New Zealand again, another big shove, but that's better from Australia. And a good run from Reardon.
Tackle, release, release.
Well looked after by her opposite, Fitzpatrick. Pomare always willing to take on the line. Hamilton just a little bit static.
Tackle.
New Zealand trying to rip in. Australia though still putting onto the
Back
ball.
man, that's fine.
Oh, and sneaking up through the middle as Lafayette confused her own player as well, but it's another good run from Atasi Lafayette. And now spinning out of tackles is Patu. And another one. She's got Cox Edge clinging on for grim death. Fabulous 15-metre run by Patu. Australia hard on attack and a huge run by Hamilton, dragged down by Fitzpatrick. 5 metres out, Australia. Good quick ball. Traherne just had to check it a little bit. Ran out of options and then got hammered. Sam Traherne, but what a bust from Hamilton in the first place.
She's trapped, she can't move. Black play on top of her.
Oh, the Black Ferns live to fight another day defensively. It showed how dangerous they are, the Wallaroos.
Oh, what a run by Liz Patu. If you want someone to stand up for you, the captain is the one to do so. She was running like a raging bull right there to gain metres for a Wallaroos team, but again, just not being able to hold onto the ball like the Wallaroos need to. They got all the way down 5 metres out from the try line, and just a simple handling error let them down.
Oh, deserved a better ending, didn't it, from the Wallaroos? Started with Lafayette, come off her centre position to get into that ruck and get the first incision, and then backed up by Liz Patu. Really starting to work themselves into this game now. They've settled into the Wallaroos, taking the initial hit from the Black Ferns with their 2 tries, but now looking good. Oh, this looks like forward fall from Itunu, is it?
Yeah, Laurie Itunu, as that scrum went down on her side.
It's not a great picture this side either, so reset from there.
Showing plenty of concern for her at the moment.
Okay.
Look straight to the bench. Just regrouping a little bit at the moment. They've had their line busted open a few times.
Yeah, they have missed a lot of tackles, which is not like a Black Ferns team. 16 in this first half, which is extremely high. They will be going into the half. Obviously a little bit disappointed that they are letting the Wallaroos into their half, and if they need to regroup and make sure that they're coming out firing for that second 40.
So here's the scrum collapse and the injury.
Well, it just looked awkward from the start, didn't it? You can see there. Emily Robinson just checking out her opposite. She's been good as always, hasn't she?
She's such a dynamic athlete to start, but doing her core jobs really well. Charmaine Smith and just trying to maintain their focus while Itunu is looked after and Medicab is out there.
It's not nice watching a teammate being stretchered off. It will be pretty hard for those Black Ferns girls seeing her, and then obviously losing a player like Eldora Tinu. Scored the first try, made some turnovers, and obviously the replacement coming on will be as good though.
But this girl, got to this girl here though in the 30th test. She's been brilliant for this first half. Hasn't seen number 8.
Yeah, Aroha Savage.
Stop on.
Carrying hard, strong. 2-time World Cup winner. She had 14 carries last week. You're getting pretty close to that already. Savage leading the team out today, leading the Black Ferns Haka. So plenty of concern being shown at the moment for Eldora Itunu. Tries so far for New Zealand. Itunu, as Sarah said, Pip Love and Eloise Blackwell-Pomare for Australia. Plenty to come here at Eden Park. This crowd building in. They came in nice and early as well. As New Zealand take on Australia, the All Blacks against the Wallabies. Build up from 7 o'clock there at Eden Park. Who needs hot chips when you can have a good old Sammy? There's more coming though. International rugby, of course. Argentina against South Africa from Mendoza, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, New Zealand time. The Black Ferns got the ball rolling early on through Itunu, 4th minute, and it's all really, these tries have come through the forwards, these big, hard-running ball runners, Sarah.
Yeah, the forwards have set a platform for the backs to play with. Obviously, the forwards taking in a little bit extra and scoring some great tries. They will be very, very happy. They've fallen off a little bit as the half's gone on, so they'll have to come back out firing more so than what they did at the first half.
Well, the good news is that Eldora Itunu is sitting up. You see her in the background there, moving her extremities just for whānau and family back at home.
Your sister Linda out there as well, just going in to check. It's been a lengthy break now for Australia. Oh, they've shown what they've got, but just frustrating, those little errors, handling errors and little inaccuracies costly for the Wallaroos at the moment.
Yeah, just not being able to hold on to that ball in the final plays. Could have scored a couple of extra tries, would have made the game a little bit closer, but just not being able to convert. Obviously, they've made good breaks, they've held momentum, but they haven't been able to convert those opportunities which they've made.
Good to see that, able to get herself to the Medicab. Itunu.
Yeah, she's going to be replaced in jersey 18 by Leilani Parisa on for her second test. You see there, the girls coming over, giving Itunu just a little bit of a tap of encouragement.
Well, she's made an impact. There's Emily Robinson, her opposite, goes over to check. Scoring first on Eldora Itunu, but it'll be the last out. Here is her try that set the ball rolling for the Black Ferns. So Leilani Parisi straight on here. Scrum,
Crouch.
admittedly on their own feed, but 6 metres out from the Black Ferns try line.
Set.
2.5 minutes to go until half-time. Cox Edge to feed. Good scrum, twisting and turning, and it's messy for Cox Edge at the back, and eventually Savage picks it up from number 8.
Scott.
Play was allowed to carry on. Fitzpatrick makes a good 10 metres. And now Cox Edge.
All onside.
It's only gone down as far as the 10-metre line, now up over halfway with the bounce, and it's sending Murphy back further, and Wickliffe is chasing, but Mahalia Murphy comes up against her opposite and makes 6-7 metres for Australia, back up over halfway. Looking for something else before half-time. A lot of endeavour, not much reward so far for the Wallaroos rather. Hamilton's been strong off the back. Morgan. Murphy stayed up in the line and got rid of Blackwell. Cleared out Black Ferns' lock. And now the bust from Pomare straight between a couple of forwards. Puts it to the ground. Wiiata chasing back. 5 metres out as well. Wiiata, she's picked up, put down, and able to recycle. Cox Edge slams it away. But the danger not averted just yet for New Zealand. Another bust through the middle.
Pomare really stepping up in this match. She has made some great metres. Obviously, Mahalia Murphy here, you do not see that very often against Eloise Blackwell. What great strength she has there to throw off a big lock from the Black Ferns. But Pomare, she has been the changer in this game from last week to this weekend, and watching her run, watching her gain metres, obviously a great option to also put a chip and chase back through there as well.
Need to be accurate here, and they are. Clough brings it down and goes to ground. 8 metres out from New Zealand's try line. Patu again wrestling with players, getting the legs driving. Millwood's got it in the back.
Advantage.
And advantage in favour of Australia. Pomare, Reardon, good tackle Fitzpatrick. Morgan.
You still got it. Offside penalty.
O'Neill moving sideways. Referee still playing advantage though.
Come back. 18
He will
black
go back
offside.
for the offside penalty. Australia's tried to go quickly. Well, they didn't go from the right
Offside.
spot.
What do you do here? Do you line out or just tap?
I'd just tap and go. They've got the momentum. They just need to carry on with it.
That was the hooter for half-time in the background.
Line out more coming. Here we go.
Take the line, please, Black.
Oh, it's been a forwards game so far. And now the New Zealand 8 ready to steel themselves in defence. They're not going to contest the line out for sure.
Ball. One, don't change. Don't change.
Australia cribbing towards that sideline, but they're well organised in the back through Patu. Patu's almost there. She spins away from Saelia's. Patu short. She's on the line. They're going to have a look upstairs. I think she might have got there, or did she have a second bite of the cherry?
Have you got a view on this?
I've seen the ball grounded.
Okay.
You might want to check how it got.
I don't know if she's lost possession, mate. So I'm on this one. Try yes or no. Lee, try yes or no, please.
Well, he said he thinks she's lost possession. So it's no trouble with the grounding. Try yes or no. I think this is going to be good.
Patu still got hands on the ball there. Didn't look overly secure. She had a second go though.
He can place the ball though. She stopped, still has opportunity to place the ball. She hasn't lost it. Oh, geez.
Point of the ball on the line. The Australians, you'll hear that applause, the clapping in the mics as Australia believe they are in on half-time.
That looks like a try to us.
Okay, only thing I would say is have a look at, do you want to have another look at whether the player has moved her body in the act of placing the ball the second time?
Yeah, we can do. You can put it back on screen. For me, we're not seeing a clear propel on field, and it's also debatable if it's actually a tackle or she's fallen to ground in the first place. So she's fallen to floor, there's no tackle,
Try.
and then she reaches out and scores the try. So for me, that's a try, Lee.
Okay, yes, that's fine.
Thank you.
The Wallaroos will tell you before the referee blew his whistle. Liz Patu, the skipper, right on half-time. What an important act by Liz Patu. They had a good look. And Australia scored to make it 19-10 with a kick to come.
What a momentum change there by the Wallaroos. They needed to score and they have done it right on the stroke of half-time. It's hugely important for this team. Obviously great that Patu scored. She started that momentum shift later on in that the first half, sorry. And wow, what a run.
We'll take it back to her first run where they should have scored about 5 minutes earlier. Unfortunately, Traherne knocked the ball on. But first, the call from the captain to go to the sideline, to take the line out. They executed. The Black Ferns, what they were talking about, their much vaunted full pack and rolling more, with the Wallaroos say we can do it too, went right down their throat. What a time to score.
Took them on at their own game and came up trumps the Black Ferns, and now Traherne with a kick 5 metres in from touch and on the 22. Oh, just pushed it right.
Nope.
Good effort from Traherne, but it's the try of Liz Patu that's brought the Wallaroos right back into it at half-time, and it's still the Black Ferns leading 19-10 at Eden Park. Half-time between the Black Ferns and Wallaroos, and it is New Zealand leading 19-10, 3 tries to 2. Australia scoring right on the stroke of half-time. Fans enjoying themselves here at Eden Park. Let's hear from the coaches. Glenn Moore first from New Zealand.
Well, Coach, a good start to that first half. The second part sort of lost momentum. How do you change that? Oh, I think it's just our mindset. I mean, we've got things in place that we want to achieve. You know, we've given them a bit of territory through some of the, when they're bringing the ball back from our kicks. You know, we've got to be better with that. And, we talked in there about when we're in front of people, we've got to finish off the tackles with real aggression.
Into the wind this half, I mean, what have you told the ladies?
Oh, we'll play a percentage game there, but, we think there's space in behind them. So, we'll try a few things there, and we just want to get territory and then play.
Good luck, Coach.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, Coach, I mean, the resilience shown by your team, especially in that first half, the back end of it, getting that try, how important was that?
Really important. That momentum's essential for us, so hopefully that can continue into the second half.
It seemed to be troubling with those little short passes as well after those heavy carries.
Yeah, and that was something that we thought we might be able to get a bit of advantage out of, and it's paid off. So I dare say the Black Ferns will try and shore that up, but we'll see how the second half goes.
40 minutes ago, what was the last words to the ladies?
Belief.
Good luck, eh?
Cheers.
I used a good word there, Carlton Anna, resilience, and it's sort of shape Australia has shown in spades, and it's been their leaders. It's been Patu and Reardon, Sarah Goss alongside me for this.
Oh, different team from last weekend, the Wallaroos. Obviously, 19 points to 10, a hugely exciting game. Black Ferns need to step up in this next 40 if they want to take this match home.
Yeah.
New Zealand lost Eldora Itunu shortly before half-time with injury, so Leilani Parisi out there and Oruahei Damant to start the second half.
Time on.
Taken down by Rebecca Clough, tireless lock. Morgan sneaks under Parisi. Clough stayed down, clutching a knee now. Oh, nice. Still down in back plate. Chancellor just had to check herself a little bit to bring that ball in. Australia have been adept at retaining possession and busting tackles. In particular, this woman, Grace Hamilton. Now they look to use the wind that is at their backs, but it goes only as far as Aroha Savage, and she will wind up the veteran number 8, trying to get on the outside of Chancellor, who clings on to the arm. Wiiata up in the line, stepping. Can't get around side O'Neill. Farmasili up through the middle. And a penalty goes to New Zealand as they just crept up over halfway. They're going to bang down in deep to Australian territory early.
Yeah, smart play by Fee there. Obviously recognised that there were no Wallaroos team around the ruck. Picked the ball up, gained some good metres for a Black Ferns team. And now Kendra Cocksedge, just making touch there on halfway.
Just wondering if that's an indication of that win, Carl, or if it's just a miscue from Cox Edge.
No, it is pretty strong here at ground level here, Ricky. So, no, that's definitely a strong breeze. Just had to make the edge.
5 metres on the Australian side of halfway. Blackwell brings it down off the Falmasili throw, and now the rolling maul, the driving maul of the Black Ferns is set in motion. Blackwell driving them forward. Falmasili's got it in the back. They've made 12 metres from the line out. Damant skips Waka. Saili comes up, misses Wiiata, but it's picked up by Wickliffe, and all of a sudden Renee Wickliffe's got space, stepping off the right, just losing her footy. Desperate ankle tap from one of the Australians.
Tackle, all come off, all
in a tussle with Hamilton. Up over the 22 now, Fitzpatrick. Saili on the left. Alina Saili will go hard at the line, and they've hit her hard and high. Touch, judge has got the flag out. Play on is the call. Demant's not going to get there. And they're going to go back and have a look at this hit on Alina Saili.
Gold 14.
Yeah.
High tackle.
Penalty only?
Penalty only.
Okay. High tackle, 14 goal.
Penalty goes against Mickey Carter, but in the meantime, it looks like, Kobe Jane Morgan is down. She was collateral damage in the tackle.
Not going to let you go in.
Watching Renee Wickliffe here with the ball in hand, she's so threatening. She's got one of the best steps in women's rugby. She's an exciting player. She hasn't got the opportunity that she has had in previous test matches. Obviously, Elena Saeli here potentially could have passed that, and then unfortunately didn't make the right decision there, but great to see her running with the ball as well.
Morgan with the player,
the same
the
thing.
second player in. And she's the one who's still down.
Yeah, I think she just caught the shoulder of Carter, just in that double tackle there. She was right initially. I think just we can see there the blood lip just got her around the chin area. I like your attitude. Yeah, it's going to show it nicely. Saeli going in, but oh yeah, just on the shoulder.
On the shoulder, it rises up into the neck, so that's why I just haven't seen it.
Oh, she's a tall player too, Elena Saeli, so for diminutive halfback at 1.59 m, Kobe Jane Morgan, and this will be a real blow for Australia. She's experienced, 18th test for her. That's another bright start to the half for the Wallaroos.
Okay, have we got a decision, please, on this player? Okay. Here, Tim.
Well, she's been good barking orders at the base of the rucks there for the Wallaroos, but challenging them, I think she'll be okay to go. Just having to talk to it.
Okay, New Zealand, time's going on, please.
Tough as they come. Kobe J. Morgan.
It'd take a lot for her to stay off that field. She's obviously an experienced player in this Wallaroos team, and for them to lose her, they'd be a little bit disappointed with that.
They're going to have to defend here.
Okay, line, please. Straight up, straight down. Don't hold her. Don't hold her.
5 metres out, Falmasili with the throw. Elder at the back. The Black Ferns look to roll again. No, they switch it up with Savage and Falmasili in the corner. She's got low, but a tackle has come in late from Hamilton. Isn't enough? There's push and shove and all sorts. Fair Falmasili thinks she's in. Celebrating like she scored.
Defence by Hamilton there. The Wallaroos obviously can see they're pretty excited about that because they have just stopped Fee from scoring one of the tries that she scored 3 of last weekend.
A nice set piece from the Black Ferns. Cox Edge coming around. That's a great one-on-one tackle. That takes a lot to be able to put your body in position like that. Well done, Grace Hamilton.
She looked like she tried to sell it, Falmasili, the way she came up. Oh, Morgan's had that stripped away, has she, by Love. It will be a turnover to the Black Ferns again.
First one was fine, it was Rick. Second one's a knock-on.
Charmaine Smith, number 5, take a bow, getting amongst her, ripping their ball out. The second rower.
The Black Ferns pressure at line out there, they are putting a lot of pressure on Liz Patu to be able to throw straight, and I just don't think the Wallaroos have had as great a line out as they would have hoped in this test match.
They look for Teresa Fitzpatrick and Stacey Walker in the midfield. They are great at their running lines.
Savage to Cox Edge, and there is Fitzpatrick on the angle, spinning out of one. Catanana picked it. Teresa Fitzpatrick got the line perfect, and she scores for New Zealand. First try of the second half goes to Fitzpatrick.
She's done this on the 7 circuit all year, busting tackles. Fitzpatrick, like you said, KT, it was all about her, and no one was going to be stopping her that close out to the try line.
Well, Pomare is the one that they target on her outside shoulder, outside in, strong, the spin and the put down. Teresa Fitzpatrick is the monster when she does it like that.
Black Ferns have come out with a point to prove in this first minutes of this second half.
Teresa Fitzpatrick, she scored plenty of tries in the Sevens game. It's her first for the Black Ferns, 15 though. Good strike right after half-time for the Black Ferns after Australia had repelled a couple of challenges. Cox Edge just eases that over. And New Zealand take a 26-10 lead 5 minutes into the second half.
Well, it's so tough to defend when you have a player crabbing a crossfield such as Kendra Cocksedge was. It freezes the defence and allows someone coming from the outside to hit that hole, and that's exactly what Teresa Fitzpatrick did at 100 miles an hour.
Pip Love winds up. She's hit well by Clough. Wiiata.
Entry.
Has not gone the way of Salika Wiiata so far tonight. She's trying to get herself involved.
Thought she might have quick tapped there. She was looking for it, but I think she got told otherwise.
How good has the vice captain for the Walaroos been, though? Rebecca Clough. That shot she just put on Pip Love doesn't get much better. Look at this here, one-on-one, lowers the shoulders. Get that in ya. Love a shot. Sorry, Pippi.
Black Ferns on halfway, and it's Smith again. Demant. Saili coming in from the right. Pass over the top, just breaking down again out here. But a little inside ball from Wickliffe to Saili. Going to try and free the arms again, Alina Saili. Can't do so this time. And Australia have done, oh no, they haven't. They've done an illegal job, and I think the referee, Ian Tempest, might have had enough.
She's quite able to counter-ruck, but then she can't play the 9, okay? Penalty counts now stacking up. We need to improve our discipline, please. Time on. Playing the 9 without the ball.
4 penalties in this second half so far. We've only been going 8 minutes, 9 in total for the Wallaroos.
Now, what's wrong with that? I thought that was fine in the replay. Hard done by Wallaroos.
Well, they have to regroup quickly because New Zealand's gone fast off the line out. Flat ball to Fitzpatrick, good hands, driving the legs, Teresa Fitzpatrick. Cox Edge, McMenamin making metres now, the Black Ferns. Parisi sets for a charge. And that's Clough in there again for Australia, but Parisi gets to ground.
Thank you.
Blackwell, she's got one try and she takes them up inside the Australian 22. Cox Edge quickly clashes with her opposite. Waka standing strong. Putting it through the hands, Demant skipping out to Wiiata, numbers out wide for New Zealand if they can get it there to Wickliffe. She's got Fatmasili outside her, just loses her footing, Fatmasili, and goes again. 10 metres out now, New Zealand. Smith puts the head down, goes hard at the Australians again. Savage, Wiiata missed out, keeps going over the top of it. Saili one-on-one. They've rushed up quickly, getting rid of players. Saili.
No, all in play on.
Carter it was who spilled to ground under the effort of Alina Saili. Australia scrambling well though. Savage. Love in there to help her out. Again, strong game so far from Pip Love. Parisi with her second run in the move. Good continuity from the Black Ferns. Cox Edge having a say, telling the referee what he's looking for, and one of the Wallaroos is in trouble here.
Off your feet.
Emily Robinson it is.
Scrum. So
that's just accumulation of penalties.
off their feet, playing the ball.
Emily
Scrum
Robinson,
call.
the last two. Frack, here's Saili. Oof.
Okay, time off.
Bet you love tackling her in training, Sarah.
She looks angry. I've been on the side of that 14 before, and it's not pleasant to be fended off like that from Saili.
Well, you see on the ground there just the right hand of Emily Robinson, quite cynical. That's why she got the yellow card, and in this area, that's a no-no.
14 gold. Is she 14?
Well, it's going to have to mean a change, isn't it, in the front row?
Well, 23's come on for the Wallaroos, and he's Parker, and she's replacing Carter on the right wing.
Please. Thank you.
Looks like Fatu's just about to come on in jersey number 17, just waiting.
I'm waiting for a prop, I believe, so... Okay, thank you.
Fatu's on now for the scrum.
Who's coming off?
Huge defensive
six,
pressure
please.
about to go on this Wallaroos scrum.
Thank you.
Melissa Fatu
Oh, sorry. You just come to me.
joins
Honest mistake, honest mistake.
the
There
pack.
you go, there's more.
And Emily Chancellor will have to go to the sideline.
Time on. Scrum called.
6-7 metres out. Almost in midfield, the Black Ferns. Options left and right.
Bind! Set!
They want it in Australia. Cox Edge eventually does so, and it's Savage off the back. Right they go. Cox Edge for Fitzpatrick on the wraparound. Cox Edge again. Too easy for the Black Ferns. A simple numbers game. And Kendra Cocksedge, she's led the way. She's guided them around, and now she's in for a try.
What a move by the Black Ferns. Teresa Fitzpatrick dummying the short ball, which is what the Wallaroos were hoping for because they had creeped in. And Kendra Cocksedge is always going to be there for the play on the outside. Another one by Kendra. As you can see here, obviously Kendra wrapping around Teresa Fitzpatrick. The whole Wallaroos team wanted to take her in the inside runner, and then easy try by Kendra.
Well, this is the direct result of Teresa Fitzpatrick's try. They know she can hit their hard line, but look at the way she delays, draws in 3 defenders who face in, and then Kendra Cocksedge had someone on the outside, but she's never going to pass from there. She's run a lot of yards tonight. She deserves this.
Interestingly too, the Black Ferns are using Wiiata as a dummy ball runner. Obviously in the past they've used her to score a lot of the tries, but making the Wallaroos question who they are actually going to give the ball to.
Cox Edge to convert her own try. And another guided over the post by the impressive halfback. New Zealand really pushing away now, 33-10.
The Black Ferns coming out in the second half, showing why they are the best team in the world at the moment. Obviously it was 19-10 at half time and now 33-10 with only 12 minutes gone.
Morgan goes down to Wiiata, who looks to her left and finds Pip Love ready for another run. Things starting to click together now for the Black Ferns. Parisi onto the field just before half-time. Strong carry. Player lying in all over the place, pointed out.
17.
Was Fatu, replacement prop. And they're just getting piggyback downfield to New Zealand.
Yeah, smart by McMiniman there, knowing that she wasn't going to get the ball. Peresi obviously knew that if she could keep driving, she was going to gain more metres and has put her Black Ferns team in a good position.
Well, the all discipline there shown by the Wallaroos. 12 penalties given away, way too many. And how good is Peresi? Ben said she's come onto the field. Made a lot of yards, and the Wallaroos going to make another change in the front row. In jersey 18, Hana Ngaha is coming on, replacing Horomia in jersey 3.
Interested observers, as that's still to come, kick-off 7:35. The Blacks against the Wallabies. That's overcooked, and that gives some much-needed ball and perhaps some territory to Australia. Patu. Parisi had got in there for New Zealand, and it was McMenamin who earned the turnover eventually. Fitzpatrick on the outside of Trahan. Wickliffe's away, kicking in field. chasing herself. She's got Wiiata there as well. Traherne does really well. Good hands from Sammy Traherne.
Not now.
Tracking back. Australia under huge pressure to clear. And do so somehow getting away from it. And the Black Ferns busting down the right.
Here we go.
Now it was Teresa Fitzpatrick getting on the outside of players.
Please count them with me, Liz, okay?
Just creating
From the line.
chances on that right side. Wickliffe coming into the game more. Wiiata as well. Fa'amasili. That big money ball target. Charmaine Smith with Blackwell beside her. Rolling forward, rumbling forward, New Zealand. Just 6 metres out now. Cox Edge will clear. Fitzpatrick and Waka. She's got Wiiata. Wiiata's got some room and she's got Saeli. Wiiata takes on the line herself, didn't give it to her winger.
Go.
Black Ferns retain. Big hard run from Savage again. 3-4 metres out now. New Zealand, Blackwell, Love. She's got one. She's going to get another. Pip Love has rolled over. They're going to have a look. Did she get it down?
Lee, try yes or no, please.
Pip Love has been impressive in this
Checking,
game.
try
She's
yes
really
or no.
stood up. She's put on some big hits, made good running meters, and I really hope she gets the double in this test
I've
match.
just lost the ball as it goes over the line, so I'm just checking try yes or no.
Oh, she didn't come up with great jubilation, did she? Pip Love did all the hard work.
Are you there, Ian?
I'm here, Lee.
Okay, the player has lost control of the ball going over the line. So 5 metre scrum, goal ball.
Thank you. Go try. Knock on.
Oh, she had players wrapped all around her.
7, please, change.
High.
Once again, a nice short line there by Pip Love. Coming on that inside ball just as he went to put it down. Unfortunately, couldn't take the handle, and Coach Glenn Moore for the Black Ferns is going to make his first change in jersey 20. Linda Aitunu is coming off and plays with that lady there, Les Elder, who's had a good night at the office.
Crouch.
So Itunu packing down at the back of the scrum.
Bind.
In jersey 20.
Set.
Savage has moved to the side. Black Ferns get a shove on, and Savage clinging on to the jersey of Hamilton. Morgan looking for her forwards to get her a few more metres. Having to work well out of their danger zone. Naha. Oh, Pomare under pressure, stepped off the right and went again, and she's done well, Trileen Pomare, but still not out of danger yet, the Walaroos. Oh, and playing in front of their own goalposts as well at the moment.
10 assist, tackler, release. 10 assist, must clearly release. Thank you.
Oh, let off penalty against Damon.
Well, to be fair, the Sprees isn't as strong as the first half when the Black Ferns had it at their back, but this Australian women's team just haven't been able to get out of their own half. The second stanza, not like the Black Ferns anyway. The Black Ferns really plugging the Wallaroos in their own 22.
Okay, appreciate that.
Long periods in that first half. The Wallaroos haven't been able to do the same.
Thanks.
Pinched by New Zealand at the front of the line out. Got in front of the Australian jumper, and Cox Edge pounced on the loose ball. Love. Australia's defensive line being tested once more.
Tackle.
Cox Edge just shoving players out of the way. Now looking to open up. Waka with Wiiata. This time it does go to Salika. She gives up to Wickliffe in the corner. Diving in, Renee Wickliffe.
Try.
It looks spectacular.
You want to have a look? I've got grounding, so we'll just be on touch.
Referee's just making a final check.
Do you want me to check touch?
And they might go upstairs, but it looked good from
Maybe
Renee
just check
Wickliffe.
touch, please.
Oh, what a try, what a dive. Obviously, she's got some pretty special feet, but she can even do all those special things in the air as well.
Oh, what an effort!
That's a try for me.
Wow, Renee Wickliffe.
Yes, you can award the try.
Absolutely spectacular from Renee Wickliffe. She's been threatening and threatening. Here's the finish.
Well, the thing is, in the second half, running into the breeze, the Black Ferns are able to stay a lot more spread because the ball's coming back into them, using their nice passes, the length, being able to get girls such as Renee Wickliffe on the outside, and that's TR White.
I think the Black Ferns have stood up, their backs have been able to get some good go-forward ball. Obviously, great hands by the back three out there. And to see Renee Wickliffe in space, you can see what she does with the ball in hand.
I tell you, that looked better from one angle than it did the other.
Good work, Shorty. Good work, Shorty.
Cox Edge right from the sideline. She's just going to hang up in the breeze and fall short. But the Black Ferns have come out of the gates in the second half and they're making Australia pay for the errors. 38-10 after 60 minutes of the test match. Fa'amasili might have to go to the sideline for a bit.
Well, there's another change from Coach Glenn Moore. On a jersey 19 is Jackie Patia Ferretti, and she's replacing Eloise Blackwell in jersey 4.
Time on.
Bit more time for Patia Ferretti this week. As Australia and all of this have had a player in the sin bin, and it has been costly. 2 tries since Emily Robinson's been sitting on the sideline, due back shortly.
Tackle, release!
Wickliffe again down the right, kicking in field. She'll chase her own kick, but it's easily gathered by Traherne this time, who heaves it across field. Parker hasn't seen a lot of ball, Shanice Parker, but making 15 metres. 21-year-old, really promising talent, Shanice Parker from Western Australia.
What?
Naha. Oh, Neil bent back by Itunu. Linda Itunu, that is. Savage. Oh, Patu turned and saw a wall of black coming towards her. Patia Ferretti in with the tackle. Murphy just has not had any ball to play with, Mahalia Murphy. And she might have lost that, she
Lost
has.
forward in the tackle. Lost forward in the tackle.
Pretty tough by Murphy there. Obviously got away from a couple of players, but then just no options to do anything. She had to take it into contact, and unfortunately for her, the Black Ferns have dominated that area.
Well, Chelsea Alley is on for the Black Ferns, and also multiple changes for the Wallaroos.
Yeah. The yellow card's back on as well, yeah?
On in jersey 20 is Lingman. And also 19, Alicia Hewitt. And they're up to 15 ladies, the Wallaroos.
Kitty Lingman, new player on.
High and long. Keep the
Talented young woman.
Crouch!
Family originally from down the road in Rotorua.
Bind! Set!
Itino off the back to Cox Edge, change of tactics. Ellie, the only one really chasing. Murphy is back there, and she's going to have a crack, Mahalia Murphy, and it might open up for her. Swerving around the outside, Murphy's got a player in support. Well dragged down Morgan, but Murphy finally getting the ball in hand and showing how dangerous she is.
Tackle, release, all off, all off.
Traherne held up.
No.
12 metres still inside their own territory. Australia
20.
look to kick, but that has not gone far at all, and it's straight down the throat of Saili, who had Savage wrapping around. It was a great call from Savage, and the pass found its mark. Penalty against Patu.
Off your feet.
Saili showed a lot last game that she can give offloads once she breaks tackles, and wasn't able to give the offloads like she did last weekend, but to give Savage, who has been dominant with the ball in hand this test match.
Back on. Perfect. Just hold. Feet, hold, please.
Well, you know a lot about this young lady, Gossie, been in the 7s, but
12
pioneer
goals,
trade
12.
now in the 15s, and the last couple of weeks, hasn't she gone good?
12.
Yeah, it's been awesome being able to watch her in the 15s environment. She hasn't played in a team like this for a couple of years now, so to watch her in the limited amount of space and the way that she uses it just shows how strong she's going to be in a couple of years as well.
And Crystal Maguire's come on for the Wallaroos as quickly as well, in jersey 22 right there.
Play on.
Loose ball still falls for New Zealand. It's all going the way of the Black Ferns. Here's Ellie into the fray, but she can't hold on. And a knock on against the Black Ferns. Grace Hamilton has been full of running. Morgan. And the forwards involved. Naha.
Other way, not back into the tackle. Other way.
Penalty they might be able to get inside New Zealand territory. It's been a long time down in their own half, Australia.
Yeah, perfect, thank you.
And they do get
On the line, yeah. On the line.
inside
on the
New
10.
Zealand's half, 10 metres on the Black Fern side of halfway.
Okay, just hold it. 10 goal, 10.
Well, interestingly, the possession stats show that Australia have had more of the ball. They've had 51%, but obviously not being able to use the possession that they have been given, like the Black Ferns team.
Here in the very impressive Pomare in jersey 10's off. He's been replaced by Haka in jersey 21 for the Wallaroos.
Pomare scored Australia's first try and has been a catalyst for what they've done, and that's good ball from set piece for Australia, but it just breaks down in midfield, and Famasili first to the loose ball. Love.
Still gone, knock on. Come back, knock on first by goal.
Just that communication, it fell apart a little bit in midfield.
10 Black. Send her on, please. Send her replacement. 10 change. Send her replacement on. Straight on, please. Stay up, we've got to change.
And there we see another change for the Black Ferns on the jersey 22, Kristen Kochel. Replacing standoff Demont. She's been good tonight too.
Yeah, good second test effort for Ruahei Damon.
Bind.
Lots of changes coming in the final 15 minutes. Australia trying to conjure something to get themselves back into this match. It's been all New Zealand in the second half.
Yeah, okay.
Cox Edge and Wiiata chasing, and she's going to put pressure on Traherne, but the ball will beat them all over the sideline. She just keeps driving them back though, Cox Edge, doesn't she, Sarah, turning them around.
Yeah, great kick by Kendra, obviously, to see the space behind the Wallaroos team there, put her team into better position, better attacking position, but obviously now they have to defend this line-out, which I think the Black Ferns have dominated the line-outs in this game. They have gotten up and have put a lot of pressure on Liz Patu.
Again, New Zealand make a mess of Australia's throw. Knocked away. Here's Cottrell with her first touch. Saley has looked dangerous with ball in hand. She wraps around with Cottrell. Ellie skipping through one, skipping through two. Chelsea Ellie, 10 metres out now. The New Zealand forwards pile in. Cox Edge, Smith. And now again, numbers on the right, numbers to burn on the right, and this time it'll be Wiiata, Salika Wiiata. She's become more prominent as the half's gone on, and now she too gets a reward.
Oh, smart play by the Black Ferns there to make the Wallaroos chase so hard on one way, and then to feed the ball into the likes of Salika Wiiata. You're going to score all day with when she's got the ball in hand.
Well, all started from the strong run from Chelsea Ellie. She's always so powerful. Good decision just to set it up. It was quick ball. That was the secret. Back ball behind for Smith, and they always had numbers on the outside. You can't stop Salika Wiiata. You can only limit her damage, and that's what she can do to you.
Smart play by Savage here also to take the ball just a little bit to the line and then feed her speedster on the outside.
Seventh try of the night for the Black Ferns. Fourth of the second half. Cocksedge, they haven't made it easy for her, Kendra Cocksedge. She's been out here for plenty of them. Into a breeze as well. Oh, beautiful from Cocksedge. It looked a little bit wobbly off the boot, but it doesn't matter how it looks as long as it goes over. New Zealand 45, Australia 10.
Well, a couple of changes coming up for the Black Ferns now. In the front row is going to be 16, Tekura Ngata Arangamate. Also Christo Tofa in jersey 17. Replacing the try scorer, Pip Love, and the cat, Fa'amasili.
Battered and bloodied Fa'amasili. But boy, these forwards have gone to work. Patia Ferretti just took her eye off the ball, and it's picked up by Hewitt for Australia.
Ball's available.
Hamilton has worked hard at the back all evening. Robinson not making too many metres at the moment. There's a little tiny knock on there, perhaps by Linda Itinu. Or Parisi maybe.
9. No penalty.
Parisi's been outstanding in this test match. Only her second game for the Black Ferns. She has stood up, she's had to, because Itunu went off with it, unfortunately, with an injury. But she's been dominant. She has created a ruckus in the rucks.
Keep it long.
So all new front row for New Zealand. Tofa, Wiiata Irangamate, and Parisi.
Set!
But it's a good shove from New Zealand. They send Australia back. Hamilton chooses to go one way, then the other. And is ridden to ground by McMenamin. Quick work here from Australia. Traherne trying to skip inside of Wickliffe. Just up over the 22 now. Attacking opportunities have been few and far between for the Wallaroos in this half, and now they've got one. What can they do with it?
Good steal. It's good turnover.
That's New Zealand almost getting in to disrupt. Morgan, Haka.
Release, tackle, release.
Little offload in there to Millwood. And Morgan is scragged at the base of the ruck. Michelle Millwood stayed down now. She's up a little uncomfortably. Good run coming from Hewitt. Again, Australia able to retain possession and have looked dangerous with ball in hand, as is Patu every time. 5 metres out now, the Wallaroos.
First defence is off feet.
New Zealand's line being tested, referee playing advantage. They haven't had to do as much defending in the second spell, the Black Ferns. Robinson is bent backwards. She ran smack into 2 New Zealand forwards, Emily Robinson. And now sideways. Organised defensive line from New Zealand. A little short ball, and Naha rumbles over. I think it was the replacement prop, Naha. We'll see who comes up with it. But they didn't look like they were going very far, and all of a sudden, Naha scores for Australia.
What an impact to come on, get the ball off Morgan, and then just drive her way to the try line. Great run by Naha. Started from the forwards. Obviously Liz Patu was in the earlier stages of that try. Just being able to gain that momentum, making the Black Ferns fall off tackles, which is not like a Black Ferns team. Great play by the Wallaroos.
It just shows you how much it means to scoring against the world champions, isn't it? Great score by Naha, and a couple of changes again for the Wallaroos. Daryl Wickliffe's come on in jersey 16, and Fatu is back on in jersey 17.
They're going to be well beaten on the scoreboard, Australia, but I think over these 2 test matches we've seen huge signs of improvement. Ranked 6th in the world, goal of being 4th come the next World Cup, and they're making good strides.
I think their women's championship has helped them out a lot. Coming into these test matches with games under their belt obviously creates a little bit more intensity, was what the Wallaroos have needed in previous years. The last time they played the Black Ferns here at Eden Park, they got thrashed 63-7, so they will be pleased with this 45-17 score.
Oh, the effort of Naha is converted. 45-17 now.
This is just pure determination from Naha. Look at her face. There was no way she was going to be stopped. Powerhouse she is. They all come in and congratulate her, fair enough too. And congratulations to Kendra Cocksedge. Her night is done, being replaced in jersey 21 by Christina Sue. Still having a laugh too.
She stopped talking yet. No chance.
90 metres that try will be by the end of the night.
Heck of a night for Kendra Cocksedge as Cottrell restarts. 7 minutes to play now. Ooh, scramble on for the ball. Good effort from Morgan. This is Lingman. Promising young players in his Australian side, but she's lost possession there, and Sue, the replacement halfback on for New Zealand. McMenamin hasn't stopped. They work right once more. A good hit, Lafai up on Waka. Smith. Charmaine Smith gets the long legs pumping. Really big effort by Parisi coming on 5 minutes before half-time. And just her second test. Tofa.
Good counter.
Up inside the 22 now. Cottrell stepping. Just ankle tap. Goes again, Kristen Cottrell. Can't link up with anyone outside it. And Smith tidies up for New Zealand.
Play on, good counter.
It's messy at the back for Sue.
Leave it now, eh?
All stacked out to the right, the Black Ferns. And that is the way they continue to go through Ellie. Sue holds on to this one. And so the forwards will rumble it up. Linda Itinu. Ngata Irangamate. And now Parisi having a go. 5 metres out. New Zealand looking for another one. And as said, Australia gets the penalty. Well, they're defending hard in the final 8 minutes or so. Now getting marched back, New Zealand.
Holding on, and number 5.
Black Ferns would have been disappointed with that play. They did have possession. They were going forward from their big forward, ball carrying forwards. But obviously, Naha gets the turnover and saves her team some points on the board.
set piece has been a challenge at line-out time for Australia. New hooker on is Wickliffe. Lingman taps it away. It's scrappy. And New Zealand might have got in and messed this up for the Wallaroos again. No, it comes out for Morgan. Haka stepping. And then put down by Smith.
Run away. Wrong side, number 5.
Late penalties against the Black Ferns now. Pretty disciplined.
Yeah, Black Ferns getting caught in the rucks a couple of times there. Hopefully they don't do that too much, or else the ref might start looking in his pocket.
Good distance off the penalty. Trileen. She's looked another dangerous player, a 24-year-old. Wickliffe to throw, 10 metres inside New Zealand territory. Stumbling was Morgan, but caught her footing just in time. Luffy being a bit quieter in the second half, kept in check by the New Zealand midfield. Hewitt.
Release, tackle. Play on, balls on.
Right on halfway, Australia desperately looking for another. Slow ball at the moment. Hamilton has Ikuno one side, Smith the other. Smith can't rip it away though. Hamilton does well, his legs go flying in over that ruck. Haka just looking to chip in over the back. It might sit up here for Murphy. Oh, Mahalia Murphy and Wiiata clashing in the air. And the knock-on it is from Murphy. Contest, good contest for the ball.
Thank you.
Look at the option by Haki though, to see that she has Mahalia Murphy on the outside. If Murphy had got that, I would have said she was away and would have scored that try. Thankfully, Salika Wiiata got up and disrupted that ball.
90 seconds left in the test match. New Zealand 45. Wallaroos 17 at Eden Park.
Bind.
The Laurie O'Reilly Memorial Trophy will stay in New Zealand's hands. They might have time for one more. Sue Cottrell has come off the side of the boot, but it might work out welfare for Wickliffe if she gets a bounce. Instead it goes infield for Sue, who links up with Ellie, and now Wiiata puts her head down, finds Wickliffe on the right. Wickliffe's got one spectacular try this evening already. Up over halfway now, the Black Ferns.
Roll!
It's jammed in
Your
there.
players on top, lead the ball.
McMenamin still going. Charmaine McMenamin. Wiiata, grubber kick through. Well read by Australia. Anybody back there for New Zealand, it'll be who else but Little Savage. Is she going to wind up or look for Cottrell? Have a crack herself? No, she goes to Cottrell. She's looked lively coming on. Again, Kristen Cottrell, dangerous. Hasn't had much game time. Done well with what she's had. Good quick ball retention. Christina Sue sniping around the ruck. Waka for Saili. Saili looking to take them on. Good effort though from Morgan, Kobe Jane Morgan, the halfback over the top of Saili. And that will be the final act of the test match. The Black Ferns 45, Australia 17, New Zealand take it at Eden Park. 45-17, the Black Ferns have wrapped up a comprehensive win over Australia. Let's go down pitch side. Carlton Anna with the presentation of the O'Reilly Trophy.
Yes, kia ora and welcome to the presentation side of tonight's first game between the Black Ferns and the Wallaroos. Outstanding game, ladies. Once again, congratulations. Just to introduce the VLPs on stage. First, we've got Grant Robertson, the Minister of Sport. We've got Tony Shaw, the President of Rugby Australia. Morris Trapp giving us a good smile there, the President of the New Zealand Rugby Union. Here we have our Right Honourable Prime Minister, Justin Ardern. Thank you for joining us. First, I'd just like to introduce the silver medal captain coming up, Liz Patu. Give a round of applause, peeps. No, Liz, I mean that the way your ladies performed, I know that it wasn't the result that you got, but you've got to be proud of the effort.
I know for sure that our girls left everything on that field.
I mean, what does this mean for Australian women's rugby to be able to come over and play these consecutive tests?
It's amazing just to see the talent and the things that the girls could go through as well.
Congratulations. I know it wasn't a result, but good luck, eh? Thank you. And now the winning captain for the Black Ferns, Fialfa'o Masili. Cap, congratulations. I mean, the intensity that the ladies brought today, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more.
No, definitely. I mean, the girls really stood up today. Thank you. The girls really stood up today, and full credit to Australia. You guys came out guns blazing. I mean, your level of rugby has picked up massively, and I encourage you girls to keep the women's game growing and be those role models for those young girls out there. So thank you very much. And to our girls, keep inspiring those young girls. And, you know, we love rugby, and we thank Eden Park for having us here.
We'll get on to the, no apologies there. I don't want to get locked up by the policewoman. No, I'll just bring you along here and get the presentation by our Prime Minister, Morris Trapp, here, just our captain for the Black Ferns, for the Laurie O'Reilly Memorial Trophy for 2018 winners, the Black Ferns.
They received their jerseys from the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, and today Fa'amasili receives the Laurie O'Reilly Memorial Trophy. It stays in safe New Zealand hands with a comprehensive clinical win in the end. 45-17, the Black Ferns over the Wallaroos from Eden Park.